Hey y'all, it's Taylor, and today I'm sharing with you how I cured restless leg syndrome using Reiki. Click the link in the description and you can get my free ebook about Reiki. Restless leg syndrome, that is probably one of the most annoying, aggravating things that I have unfortunately dealt with my entire life, starting when I was quite small as a child. I remember I couldn't go to sleep at night. I felt this creepy, crawly, tingling need to move my legs while I was trying to fall asleep. And this restless leg syndrome is something that I often feel on the airplane, when I travel, and anytime I'm stressed out, it seems to activate the restless leg syndrome, making it super hard, if not impossible, to go to sleep. And also in the middle of the night, waking up from a dream or needing to use the bathroom or something like that, and then also having trouble falling back asleep with restless leg syndrome. Leave me a comment if that's something you struggle with and any tips you have on curing restless leg syndrome. Fortunately, Reiki is something that has helped me tremendously with restless leg syndrome. So what I do is I actually give myself a self-treatment of Reiki every single morning, first thing in the morning. I use Reiki on the fly, but what's really helped me cure my restless leg syndrome is this evening ritual that starts with washing my feet. I go in the shower, I sit down, I wash my feet. I use Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap, like a natural, organic, deeply healing soap. So pick your favorite soap, use that. Wash your feet and your lower legs, your calves really good. Give them a nice dry and then sit down. And what I do next is I will take a small amount of oil. Right now I'm using apricot kernel oil, and I will use drops of peppermint, lavender, and tea tree essential oil. That seems to be the combination that works for me. And I mix it all together, and then I apply the oil to my feet, and I apply the oil to my calves, sometimes behind the knees too, but definitely to my feet, because that seems to be the energetic pathway where all that restlessness and all that frenetic energy starts. And then what I do is I activate the Reiki symbols. I activate the symbols that I learned in Reiki 1 and 2, and I draw them on my feet. If you don't have Reiki, then you don't know what I'm talking about. And I encourage you to take a Reiki class. And if you do have Reiki, just draw the symbols on your feet. Then I put on a little pair of white socks. I've got some on now. These are my white socks. They're not completely white because I use them so often. I use them every night. And I wear them with my boots, which makes them not white anymore. Put on my socks and I seal all the energy in. And then I get into bed, I lay in bed, and I will use Reiki then. And usually what I do falling asleep, I sleep on my side and I'll give myself a Reiki hug. And I activate the Reiki and I share the Reiki with myself as I'm laying on my side until I fall asleep. And y'all, this works. This really has worked super well with me. Another general tip for dealing with restless leg is that I notice on days when I'm not active and I don't work out, I don't exercise, I don't move enough, those days I tend to have more issues with the restless leg syndrome. So I really encourage you to adopt a daily exercise habit. It's really helped me a lot. Another thing that really helps is avoiding caffeine and stimulants, definitely alcohol. Since I stopped drinking a long time ago, that's really helped with restless leg syndrome, as well as stopping stimulants like cigarettes, tobacco, coffee, caffeinated teas, and even cacao in the evening. If you do have caffeine, keep it earlier in the day. If you're still having restless leg syndrome, then I encourage you to cut it out entirely. And do all of these things before you take a medication. I would really encourage you to try some of these tips Let me know in the comments if you have any good tips or if you try any of these tips. I would love to know your thoughts and connect with you more. Thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you like it. Subscribe for more. Much love to you. Namaste.